Once again, I am here with you with another topic, qualities of good research tools. So in the previous class, I have discussed about the meaning of research tools, different types of research tools, and importance of research tools. Today, I am going to highlight some features of good research tools. What I have to say, selection of proper research tool is not sufficient for a researcher. Along with this research tool must be good one. Then only the researchers found it helpful in collecting the researchers required data or information. I would like to draw the same example. If I have to cut a piece of paper, I am choosing the device, the scissor. The scissor must carry the attribute of sharpness. Only then I can perform the activities well. Similarly, the tools that a researcher is going to apply, suppose the psychological test, the questionnaire, observation schedule, and any tool, it must carry some attributes or values. It must fulfill some conditions or features. Then only we can term it as good research tools. These qualities may be categorized into two qualities related to construction. That means it must be free from any kind of error that is need to be kept in mind in constructing or developing the device or tool. These qualities are also termed as technical qualities. The test must be free from any construction error. The other qualities are related to usability, that is known as practical qualities. It highlights on administration feasibility of the device. That means it need to be convenient for the researcher to administer, to interpret, or to scoring of the responses. Let us proceed few details about the qualities. First, the technical qualities. So most important qualities of any research tool is validity. As the term says, validity is the extent to which a tool or device measure what it proposes to measure. This definition is given by Cronbach. The key term that by validity means its truthfulness, authenticity, or accuracy. If a test or device measures those qualities or abilities for which it was constructed, then this quality of the tool is called valid. Suppose a thermometer measures temperature, a barometer measures pressure of air, a body weight machine measures body weight. Exactly the same attributes, the same targets or purpose, it fulfills the purpose. As you know, in physical measurement, it is much more easier to fulfill the purpose or easier to be accurate, truthful, or authentic. But as you know, educational research deals with different psychosocial aspects, abilities, behaviors that cannot be segregated into a watertight compartment. But still, to be valid, a researcher must keep in mind keeping the authenticity of purpose in his or her research tool or device. Suppose I am going to measure the mathematical ability of students. If in my device I incorporate problems or questions that can be memorized, suppose putting some formulas, mathematical formulas that can be memorized, suppose the students memorize the formula and put it correctly. In that case, the device will not serve the purpose of measuring the mathematical understanding level of the students. If I want to measure the understanding level of the students, in that case the tools must contain such problems or activities that is directly targeted to measure the understanding capability. So validity is that quality of research tools where the tool measures what it proposes to measure and how well it is measured. So it is the most important quality upon which the other qualities depends upon. Now that means it is the prime quality of any research tool or device. So another important quality is reliability of any research tool. So reliability refers to consistency of results. So the key term here is consistency of results. It means the tool or device that is used again and again, it must give more or less the similar or same results. So suppose I am using an intelligence test to measure the IQ of our 4th semester students, and with proper time gap I am again using the intelligence test, and when I found the scores that have found in first trial and the score that I have found in the next trial has similarity more or less to a degree, then in that case the tool may be termed as reliable. Reliability means relying. So a tool or device must be reliable, and it is also a little bit difficult because in physical measurement more or less the instrument or device gives the consistent results, but in educational measurement it is little bit difficult, and therefore the investigator need to be kept in mind these aspects also. What I have to here it has come to my mind, sometimes the students have to give some explanations regarding the relationship between validity and reliability. So there is important relationship. This, as it is said, a test may be valid, but a test may be reliable, but it may not be valid. Why it is said so? As I have said, that validity is the prime quality, and I am going to little bit, because I think our students are preparing for NET exams also, and such types of explanations may be sought here. So validity means validity in terms of item construction, validity in terms of objectivity, validity in terms of scoring. So if such types of validity is there, it is certain or guaranteed to have its reliability. But if a test is reliable but not valid, in that case it may give reliable results, but the test may not be valid. A simple example will make it clear. Suppose I have kept my wristwatch 10 minutes faster, and this wristwatch will give the same time again and again. That means it has consistency of results. But the wristwatch function is to give proper and accurate time. It is giving 10 minutes faster time. That means the wristwatch is not valid, but it is reliable. It is giving the consistent results, but not the accurate or correct time. So if it is set in correct time, if the other qualities or attributes of the wristwatch is there, then it will give the reliable results. So validity is prime qualities or prime condition, and reliability comes along with these attributes. So next, another important quality is objectivity. Objectivity indicates independency of subjective judgment regarding the ability, skill, knowledge, trait, and potentiality, attitudes to be evaluated by the test or tool. So objectivity means freeing from personal biasness, personal judgment. We are human beings and we all have some likings and dislikings, preferences and non-preferences. And what objectivity said, objectivity of any device must be geared in terms of test items. It must not be overloaded. The test items must not be overloaded. It must have proper difficulty level or other attributes, and objectivity in scoring. So then only we can say that there will be reliability. All these attributes are relative actually. So objectivity of test items and objectivity of scoring aspects also kept in mind to be when the researcher is going to develop any kind of research tools. So another qualities that a device must contain is norms of reference. So norms are frames of reference for interpretation of the results. Suppose interpreting the results of the our students, that our fourth-sem students have carried 9 point in an average. That means the mean score of fourth-sem students is 9 point. So that means in an average all the students carry marks in and around 9. Here I have take the base for interpretation of the results, the class norm or grade norm or the mean or the standard norms. So basically age norms, grade norms, percentile norms and standard norms are used for interpreting the results of any kind of data or information. So these are basically the technical qualities that the researcher kept in mind in developing the research tools. So another qualities of research tools are termed as practical qualities. These practical qualities are like this: the ease of administration. The investigator must feel it convenient to administer. It must contain the test manual, and the test manual must contain the instruction for the investigator along with for the respondee also, how to respond, how much time will be there, all types of instruction, what will be the scoring procedure, all types of information must be contained in the test manual. So this is also the attributes a device must fulfill. And another quality is that it needs to be simple and easy to administer or apply, and directions for mode of response wished for or that is needed by the researcher must be clear here, and it need to be easier, objective for scoring also. It need to be easy in interpretation. It should be less expensive. That means as the researcher is going to apply or administer in a bit, sometimes in a larger sample, therefore it should be less expensive, and economy of time should also be kept in mind. It must have contain adequate length. Here it is one thing I would like to highlight, that on length of any research tool or device depends the validity and reliability of any tools. If it is too long, then also it is questionable, and if it is too short, then also the reliability and validity of the research tool may be questionable. So it need to be adequate in length, and it also need to be appealing for the students. It need to be enjoyable for getting cooperation from the subject. As you have found in your laboratory practical that if it is personality testing, then the students get it more interested, or imagination, the students get more interested. So the tool must be appealing for the students, interesting for the students, so that the researcher can procure required cooperation from the respondee. So these are basically the qualities or conditions or attributes that a research tool or device must contain to be helpful for the researcher to collect data properly, effectively, and serve his research or her research purpose. So I know all these points you have found in your previous semesters, but I hope that this may be helpful in clearing some understandings about different qualities of a good research tools. And in the next class, I wish to talk about development and construction and standardization of questionnaire tool. So until then, thank you and goodbye.